right, what's going on, guys? My name is Commander, your flight attendant is speaking, and I am joining you now for the next block of Pixels for Peace 2020 action. I do have some donations I'm going to read off real fast that I was told to read off. I just came off of getting a world record, so I kind of all over it. We have Kaiser with $2 donating as promised. Let's not hope we encounter Mecha Pikachu. Insert frog. Thank you, Kaiser. And then, speaking about frogs, we have Froggy donating $10. Gonzero, oh, hold on. Let me Google Translate this real fast for y'all. Because I only speak English and music and evidently villains. All it tells me is all Gonzos. Thank you for the $10 donation. Up next is Super Mario Bros. 3, which I think I hosted for last year too, so at least it's not hosting Super Mario Galaxy 2 for the 4th time in a row. That would have been fun. And then there are some cool donation things you can throw at. There's this thing called Super Monkey Ball Deluxe that Ness is running. Ness is the best person alive because he feeds me. And for the Warpless category, donate $25 to that. I would donate to that, but I just paid 3 bills. So, and Manix didn't give me suckers. So that's something to keep in mind. Other cool things to look at. I'm just looking on here. For Monday night, Sunday night, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker Max Voltage Torture. If I assume that's Raichu. I'm going to bet money it's Raichu. It's a co-op run. It is not Raichu. Darn it. It would have been fun to see Raichu get tortured. Anyway, you can donate towards that. There is one donation incentive that is coming up if I check the things that I was given to me. There is a Sailor Moon dress up donation incentive for $150. Does it show that? Yes, it does. Well, maybe. Yeah, there we go. It's currently at $70, so it's already halfway there. So $80, and that's coming up right after Super Mario Bros. 3. You can donate towards that. Some bid wars if you're looking to try and find cool things. There's this cool game called Sonic R, and as I was telling Manix way back in like December, you can either play in Minnesota or you can play in Florida. So Minnesota, there's snow everywhere, and that's like Gooby's normal territory. Is, you know, like snow on the ground, ice, everyone's skating and everything. And then there's also, we travel to Florida and there's no snow and we can't swim. So that's something to keep in mind. I'm going to bring it back because we're setting up for Super Mario Bros. 3 coming fairly soon, I'd say. So my name's Commander. I will be your flight attendant until, I don't know, 9:30 Eastern. That sounds good. Speaking of that Super Mario Bros. 3 run, here it is. Esmo, take it away.
Hey guys, what's up? My name's esmo88. Excited to be running Mario Brothers 3 for you guys today. This is going to be the any percent warpless category. So we'll basically just not be using the warp whistle at all. Just have to beat every world in the game, but not every level in the game, but you'll see. So I'm going to introduce my commentators here. We got Ethan RTA and Goofy Chocobo. Say hi, guys.
How's it going?
What's going on, guys?
They are 2 very well-versed Mario runners of many Mario games, including this game in this category. So I entrust their knowledge for this run, and I guess we can go ahead and get started. Should I just go ahead and give a countdown?
Take it away.
All right, I'll give a countdown from 5, and then I'm going to actually just mute myself in Discord and let them handle it the whole run, and I'll come in at the end. So without further ado, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Alrighty, let's get this thing started.
Let's do it.
Alright, so, like you were saying, you don't have to do every level. Like in the other categories, you see people stop off at like 1-3 and then make their way to the end, but not doing any of that, just getting a mushroom in 1-1 and then making his way to the fortress.
I like that brush strat he did there, Ethan. I started doing that and still often use that on that pipe instead of doing like the faster method.
Oh yeah, I never go for the faster method. I do not have the confidence, even though it's the beginning of the game.
Me neither.
I was like, I'll just save that. And then the end jump is just a nice full jump, and you don't like have to really aim for the Koopa, it's just there for you.
Right. That P speed buildup in this level, I've never really been that great at it either.
Yeah, I know it's kind of unique in that I don't think you can always get the P's at the beginning of the level. I think it's dependent on like subpixels or something interesting.
Right.
And also, so these title cards that he's getting, if he gets 3 of them, he gets like a 1-up in fireworks. But if he gets 3 of the same kind, he gets more 1-ups and more fireworks, which is a bad thing. So he's like purposefully not getting only stars, or like only all of one type.
And you guys will see him do like a quick stop and turn and then grab the card. And it's for that very reason that Ethan just explained as to why he's doing that. It's like kind of a quick stutter before he grabs it.
And I think the way that people beat this level would have blown my mind when I was younger. Like, I had no idea there was a warp whistle there. Like, how are you supposed to find that? I don't know. But the beginning of this level, it says the tail is slower even if you have P-speed. Like, flying is actually really slow. So he slides and then he starts running, so he actually loses the tail on purpose so that he can run through this level way faster.
Nice tunnel, too.
Yeah, that was really nice. Sometimes if you're going down the slopes and you jump up to, like, the ceiling is a slope, it just eats all your momentum and you drop right down. But he handled it like a pro. And it's kind of interesting because, like, the Japanese version of this game, if you have, like, a fire flower or a tail and you get hit, you become small Mario again. So, they actually have to do a different strat for the Japanese in that level.
Hmm.
And that's the first Hammer Bro you encounter. I think there's, like, at least 3 Hammer Bros per world, I want to say. And all of these Hammer Bros have different items that you can get. So he's actually going to utilize all the items that he gets from all the Hammer Bros in specific levels. So it actually really helps you out by fighting those. Some of them you definitely don't want to fight, but that one is unavoidable. And there's a few in the first few worlds that it really doesn't affect your time too much to get them. Especially in a marathon, the more items, the better, in my opinion.
Right. It's funny, Ethan, I didn't know you were mentioning the Warp Whistle location. I did not know where that was until the Nintendo Power issue came out that actually explained it. It goes way back.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, man. That was my
I
only
missed Nintendo Power. Man.
I do too.
It's finally gonna get the first power, or, well, the first, like, useful Fire Flower power-up. I know he got the tail, but this is the power-up that everyone's waiting for. Having fire. It's so nice. But it's kind of weird in Mario Bros. 3 that, like, the fire is slower than your character at max speed. So you can't just, like, be running into, like, a Piranha Plant and shoot and it just immediately kills the Piranha Plant. You actually have to pull back if you want to kill things with it.
I think he'll be playing this one pretty, you know, pretty conservative. He doesn't go for like a quick kill.
Yeah, you can kill all the bosses with, I believe it's 10 fireballs to kill them.
Yeah.
But they have different movements and different patterns, and you only know the pattern the boss will do based on. So if you're walking towards the castle, it's based on the number of Hammer Bro movements and the number of time it takes you to get to that boss pipe. So, like, unless you really practice it a lot and, like, have all these patterns memorized, it's definitely better just to jump on the boss 3 times and you're good.
Yeah, I don't know if I can keep up with all that in my head.
Yeah, don't even worry about
crazy.
it. I don't think it saves, like, a huge amount of time. I am almost certain it saves less than 5 seconds if you're going for fire kill. But that could be per boss, which it definitely adds up over time.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, are we gonna see early Hammer, though? That would be a treat.
Oh, I would love that. I really hope it happens. And you know he's going to go with it if he gets it.
Dude, it'd be so good. Oh, wow. So he messed up and didn't make a jump, but he actually managed to keep... Okay, 2 to 3 seconds. That's what I was thinking. He actually managed to keep P-speed, which was really impressive. I didn't know that he could still keep it by doing that.
Yeah, that would have thrown me off. I wouldn't have been able to recover, I don't think, but he did well.
Also, so he has 11 coins right now, and it doesn't matter in the even-numbered worlds, I believe. But if it's an odd if it's a world like 3, 5, 7, those worlds, if the time, or what is it? It's like if your points matches a multiple of 11 that you have for your coins, then you get a coin ship. So if you have like 11 coins, and then like the tens digit of your points is a 1, then one of the Hammer Bros turns into a coin ship, and you just have to deal with it. Like, you have to go to the coin ship, and it's really long and annoying to deal with.
It's a major time sink, and the only way out of it, the only saving grace, is if you intentionally kill yourself by, like, how do you explain it, Ethan? Like, you can kill yourself in a coin ship.
Oh, honestly, you know...
crushed, basically.
Yeah, I think... Honestly, I don't... Anytime I see a coin ship, I reset. I'm not gonna lie. I rage and I just insta-quit, so I've never tried it. But the getting PSP in this level is really, really tricky. And Esmo did like a safer strat that's way more consistent. Yeah, Narfman explained it way better than what I said in chat. He explained it perfectly for getting a coin ship. Yeah, that P-Speed strat's tough, so I'm glad he did like a very consistent, safer strat and got it. And the Koopa at the beginning of this level, you can use that for the end to break away all the blocks right here. But it actually is so much faster that it produces lag on the NES version, so you don't do it. But for some reason, that red Koopa shell is extremely fast compared to a normal.
A smooth level.
Yeah, he's playing really well.
No early hammer this time, Ethan.
No, unfortunately not.
He's gotten it before in at least one of his PBs, and he just was blown away.
Yeah, I've never gotten it too, so I don't even know what it's like. I've never had the experience. But everyone's like least favorite enemy, that's Sun right there.
Can't stand that thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like even those tornadoes, like Esmo made it look like it was the easiest thing, but those tornadoes, like at least playing not in a speedrun setting, are so easy to get trapped in, and oh man.
Oh,
and then it blows you right into the sun, and it's great.
The funniest thing, and I think you've mentioned this before to me as well, in that level, is there's a little mound that looks like the Doug Trio Pokemon, and that's like the best place to jump in that sun level. And I still use that to this day.
Yeah, dude, it's such a good visual cue.
Yeah. I always found that funny.
And so, depending on the movement of the Hammer Bros in World 2, you'd either go to 2-5 or 2-4. So in this situation, since the Hammer Bro moved up, he went to 2-4. And as you can tell, 2-4 is way more hazardous than 2-5. So, he tried to bounce on a Koopa and just barely didn't have enough speed and got hit, but he should be able to get a Fire Flower, I believe, in the castle. So it's really not a bad spot to lose fire. Really easy to recover.
This level is actually really fun when it goes well.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. This is one of my favorite levels. Just going into a pyramid, I feel like is just a really cool transition from the levels you're used to.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's just so cool.
Oh wow, my gosh, that scared me.
Yeah, wow, that was cool.
Oh man.
Dude, it was planned. Esmo knows what he's doing.
He's got this. It's under control.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and the Hammer Bros can't stop on a tile that has, like, a level or, like, I guess just levels, basically, or toad houses. So they just keep moving until they find an empty space. Yep, every toad says the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. A lot of variety.
There's one aspect of this one that always used to trip me up. I think it's a little bit later in it. I'll know once he gets there.
I mean, I feel like it's really easy to... I mean, in any of these auto-scrolling levels, if you just don't really think about what's going on for like a second, a stray bullet bill can hit you, a cannonball can hit you. Like, it's really easy to get hit if you're not fully focused.
Yes.
And there you go. Got his fire back. No, not an issue.
I think it's this airship where you jump up to the top and you can avoid some of the bullet bills, and maybe that was the part that used to be somewhat tricky for me. I might be confusing.
I want to say that's 4 that you were thinking.
Okay, okay.
See, that's the thing. All these auto-scrollers just kind of blend together.
They do.
You know? Easy to mix them up. And if
This
you're
is so
standing
boring,
on...
man. It's like the whole
Yeah.
resident sleeper thing.
Oh, absolutely. If you're like, I believe it's if you're within one like square of a cannon, then they don't shoot. So that's why if he was like, right next to one of the cannons, it wasn't firing. And it is slower if you actually jumped up to grab the wand, so that's why he's just staying on the ground and grabbing it. This is the efficient way to grab it. And now for my least favorite world, personally. World 3 is such a pain.
The Dash 2s, man. The Dash 2s.
Oh man. The Dash
Coming up.
2 is so rough.
You actually taught me how to do that at the beginning. I'm thinking Esmo will go for that, but we'll see it here shortly.
Oh, nice. I'm not sure. Oh, also, so for beating that world, he got a cloud power-up, which he's definitely gonna utilize in this world. Or in one of the... I think it's in... World 5 is where he's gonna utilize it.
This level's pretty straightforward.
Yo, I love 3-1. If they could just replace 3-2 with another 3-1, it'd be sweet.
Oh, it'd be beautiful. It's a backup power-up in this level, which is nice if something happens in World 2.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm not sure if he's going for P-Speed or not. Okay, so he's skipping P-Speed, which is... If this is what he's used to, he should definitely do this, because the P-Speed strat is difficult, and if you mess it up, then it's a lot of time lost.
Oh
And-
man, the hitbox, Ethan. You want to kind of touch on like why that just happened, even though he seemingly landed on the fish?
Yeah, so my understanding is that I believe it's just either the hitboxes are screwed up or I thought it was the fish's speed is so great that it doesn't realize that you should be hitting it, and its position is inside of you by the time the game checks for whether or not it would have collided with you. So
Yeah,
I thought it
that
was
was
a
my
speed issue, and the game doesn't realize that you're actually on top of it. So he didn't do anything wrong there. That was just the game being mean. And like those fish patterns are also like unpredictable at times. So he did really well for what he was dealing with, and he got right back on the moving platform without an issue. Like it's when you get hit by a cheap sheep, it's so easy to just keep swimming and get hit by another cheap sheep, and then by another cheap sheep, and then it's all over.
You get triggered fast, and he salvaged that really well. And of course, 3-3, that was smooth.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I don't think not having fire.
Oh,
him.
oh my
the
gosh,
madman!
he did it! Oh,
Wow. Okay, so
nice.
yeah, that was pretty cool. That's a one-frame trick, and I mean, I guess it's technically a wrong warp, right? I don't know if that's...
That's what I
I
would
guess I don't know
call
if
it.
it's technically that. But, he was supposed to enter the 6th door, and then it takes you to the door that leads you to that boss room. But he
Oh
entered
my
the 3rd
God.
door, and then on the first frame possible, he just hit up and entered the door while, like, in midair, and it took him to the boss room, so that was really cool.
I have never seen that live, I don't think. I know Losso's done it before, but I've never seen that personally live.
Dude, and that
Oh.
Goomba dodge? Wow.
Dude, he's getting trolled by the Goomba.
So I don't even know what that enemy's called, honestly. I don't know what that thing was.
A little punk? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Stewie did GDQ, which was amazing. Man,
That was
I'm just
crazy.
impressed that he didn't get wrecked by that Goomba, that Paragoomba.
He's blowing me away. Like this is incredible.
Oh, so you see those bridges that like one was taking you to the Mushroom House? They have them in a few spots in this world. Wow, another really close call. Holy crap. Esmo's he like gets in a bad situation and just takes care of it so well. Man.
He's much better at recovering than I am.
Yeah, dude, this is awesome. So
Yeah.
those bridges, every single time you exit a level, they transition. Oh, and he just used the cloud that he got previously he skipped a level and then just took the bridge. And if you have to fight both Hammer Bros to be able to take that bridge at that time. So like if one of the Hammer Bros ran away from him and crossed a level, then he would have had to take a death to make the bridge be in the right position. So
I had to do that a lot starting out when I was learning this for the first time.
oh yeah. I mean, it's so easy to take a single death and then you're like, well, I guess I gotta die again. This is fine. Or the Hammer Bro runs away from because if the Hammer Bro goes over level 6, it can you'll never see it again.
Oh yeah. Here we go, Ethan. He's gonna go for it, I bet. Oh, let's go! Yay.
So smooth.
Oh.
Nice.
I'm still not that great at that trick.
Yeah, there are a few. I don't know. It's not terrible, but I guess lining up between the bob bombs can be tough. And I often will like land on one of the bob bombs or just run into it.
Same.
Or like you pull back a lot because you're like, oh, I'm in a bad position, and then you don't have enough speed to actually make the jump.
Yes.
But Esmo doesn't know what that's like. He just does it right.
So this one, Ethan, I don't know about you, but when I would get here and I did not have Fire Flower for whatever reason,
Mhm.
I would always be greatly intimidated because of the windy fight.
Yeah, this is. I honestly think this fight is easier with fire by doing a fire kill compared to
Yes.
just jumping on Wendy's head. Yeah, the discs that Wendy shoots at you are just so unpredictable, and I don't. It's too easy to get hit by.
It really
But-
is.
And Wendy spawns more of those the more that you jump on her head. So by doing the fire kill, you only have to worry about a single one, and it's fine. But if you jump on Wendy, then you have more things to worry about dodging. Yeah, it's a mess.
Interesting. I did not know that. And here's the level I was telling you about earlier where I sometimes wouldn't make it up at the top where he's at.
Oh yeah, and if you miss that and you're between all those cannonballs, oh man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's rough. And those screws that he's jumping on, those still intimidate me. Like I know they shouldn't, but just the thought of jumping on one and then falling through it because they didn't jump soon enough.
Oh, my gosh. In World 7, to
Yeah.
this day, it still bothers me, man.
Yeah, it's so scary.
It
Because
is.
there's a later castle where those are the only things you have to jump on to get from one spot to the next. So like you
Yep.
really have to nail it. Okay, nice kill.
Is it 10 fireballs for Wendy?
I think it's 10 for all of them. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure. And he missed a single fireball, but he just got on the other side of Wendy and is taking care of business.
So, I don't know about you, but this next world is probably my favorite, Ethan.
Yeah, it's definitely my favorite. Just like the theme, the aesthetics of this world are so cool.
Yes.
And I think the music's pretty good in it too. I think the overworld's pretty nice.
I agree. Sometimes if I'm just needing to take a break or whatever, I'll just leave it on one of these worlds' themes and just let it play.
Yeah, 7 is probably my favorite.
Oh, man.
Yeah, just all these giant enemies, especially as a kid, I just thought it was so cool to see all of it.
Same here.
Yeah, it's such a big change from what you had seen. And he utilized that Koopa shell perfectly by using it so that he could, since he had the shell in his hand, he could keep running, and it just killed the other Koopa, which allowed him to build up more P speed and then make that jump from the waterfall to the block. Like, super well
Nicely
done.
done.
It's not easy to do.
See if he does that strat that one of you guys recently taught me, actually.
Yeah, he did
Despawn.
get the despawn. Nice. Yeah, if you jump on if you shoot a specific Koopa with a fireball, I think it's the second Koopa, I want to say, in this level. If you shoot that with a fireball, it despawns a piranha plant, which is super convenient because then you just pick up a block, run over the pipe that the piranha plant would have been, and you just, you can build up more speed, and then you kill the next piranha plant easily with a block. Good stuff. This is an intimidating level, though. I don't know about you, Goofy, but this is was one of the hardest levels to overcome starting Warpless.
Same. It's super intimidating, but so rewarding once you get through it. At the same skill caliber as Esmo is demonstrating here, it's the best feeling ever.
Yeah, no, he did it perfectly. That was awesome. The duck under the spiny at the end is very intimidating. It's really easy just to slightly mistime that, get hit, but no, he did it really well.
Those jumps are kind of tight at the end, too. I think I used to brush up against that, I used to brush up against something, I remember that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's really easy to lose speed in that section. And I think that's a really cool strat in this level, is using the Lakitu to skip a bunch of the level.
Oh, I love it. So what he did right there, I do something similar to avoid those spinies laying on top of my head. Sometimes works, sometimes doesn't, but he made it through there unscathed.
Mm-hmm. There was a wooden block in the water that he walked on for a little bit, and since half of his body was out of the water, the game treated it like he was out of the water, so he could build up speed. So on that block, he actually ran and then held down, and then he had running speed for a tiny bit while swimming.
I haven't incorporated that yet. I need to learn that. That'd be really very helpful.
Yeah, it's just run on the block and hold down before you're off of it, and you like slowly lose speed from like running. Really nice and like a decent amount of time save for like minimal effort, you know.
Cool. P-Wing.
Yep, so we got the P-Wing and the Star. So ideally, in the next world, he's going to avoid at least one of the Hammer Bros, if he can.
You think he'll use a music box?
You know, that's a good question. I guess he could. Oh man, he's getting close to a few enemies. That was smooth.
Oh, he crushed it.
Yeah. And, like, so he has 77 coins right now. So if he does end up getting a 7 in World 5, that could produce a coin shoot. He gets a 7 for the 10 spot. The
Dash
B-speed at
points,
this
man.
level is so weird. Like, I don't know if you've tried to go for it much, Goofy, but, like, it just... I swear I try to do the same thing every time, and sometimes I get P-speed, sometimes I don't.
I've tried it a handful of times. I've seen Mitch Flower Power do it really well. Probably Stewie Cartman. I've never personally been able to do it.
Yeah, it's so impressive to see, like, someone to consistently get P-speed there.
Agreed.
This is my favorite king, too. Like, the transformation into this cute, adorable little dinosaur. So good.
It's like, do we really want to change him, or do we just want to leave him like this? I mean, come on.
Yeah, this one's kind of cool, actually. Oh, the slowest airship, right?
Better believe it. This is Resident Evil right here.
Oh man, Resident Airship. Oh.
Oh,
But actually,
man.
it does provide a really good opportunity to get coins to make sure you have a good coin count, though.
That's a fair point.
Other than that, oh well, and now he has 88, so I guess, forget what I said. Still has a multiple of 11, but whatever. Oh man, he's just going for it, jumping right over the flame.
There's that stupid thing that intimidates us. Whatever it's called.
Yeah, does that have like a name in the Mario universe?
Spinning jerk. I don't know what it's called.
Jerk. Oh yeah, People's Jabroni brings up a good point. He's getting the 88 for his name. He has to.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It wouldn't be canon otherwise. I believe that has a leaf in it, so that power-up is really not as useful as you'd like it to be.
Wait, is it still bad if he has 88? Isn't it the same as like 77?
Yeah, you know, but he's crazy, man. He
It's all
does
good.
what he wants. Because he knows he's got it under control.
Oh, he's got this.
Yeah. This actually, the boss, so, I forget the name, so... It starts with an L, I'm pretty sure, but the boss for this world is really annoying in that... You saw the Cheep Cheep jump through him? This boss can do the exact same thing, and has on many occasions. It's Iggy, okay.
Yeah, so I gotta
go
mention this, man, and he's probably in chat. I'm not looking at chat right now, but Rupert has the funniest clip for this specific fight where he went right through him, I think twice. It's just
man.
hysterical, man.
Okay, Iggy was nice this time. Oh, wait. Okay, Lemmy 6. Okay, cool. Yeah, Iggy was nice. Didn't jump through Mario and defying
good.
the laws of physics. I think World 5 is one where, like, keeping a Fire Flower was the most rewarding feeling for me. So I know you can get a Fire Flower, I think it's like 5-7, I believe?
Yeah.
But it's not easy. Yeah, so having a Fire Flower into this world is super.
Can I read off 2 quick donations?
Oh, absolutely.
Go for it.
We have 2 $5 donations from Raccoon Dog 24 FPS. That's all been said. Thank you, Raccoon Dog 24 FPS, for 2 $5 donations.
Raccoon Dog, my man. Oh man, the Muncher.
Yeah, he just it barely avoided. The Fireball barely avoided the Muncher.
Come on, man. See what he does with these Hammer Bros, if he does the music box or something else.
Actually, yeah, that'd be a really nice time to use it. If he does that, then he doesn't have to worry about, like, getting a bad pattern. Because, like, the Hammer Bros, sometimes they'll each of the Hammer Bros will be on like one of the blocks that the level has. Sometimes one of them will be on the floor. So if there's one on the floor, you kind of really hope you have fire and you can just shoot it and not think about it.
For sure.
So the pattern that the Hammer Bros produces kind of matters. But if he uses a music box, he doesn't have to worry about it. So that might be a super good option here.
We'll just see. I've grown accustomed to using it, but it's not always necessary.
Oh, there we go.
There it is.
And he can get another music box later on in this world anyways. The final Hammer Bro has a music box, so...
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so it's fine using it.
Did the ledge jump at the beginning too, which is... I think it's pretty intimidating, honestly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, every single time I'm here, I'm just like, do not fall into the lava. Like, that's the only thing on my mind. the Ragu.
Ragu.
Dude, this tower level is a really tough one. I mean, especially keeping P-Speed the whole time, it is so hard.
I don't think I've ever kept it throughout the entire level. Ever.
I don't think I have in a run, actually. Oh, is he going for like the invisible pipe or whatever?
I don't know.
I saw him jump on that side of the pipe, and like...
It looked like it, didn't it?
Okay, so that's a thing. Wow, okay, I didn't know that's a thing, but I guess there's some sort of wrong warp that if... I don't know if it's every single vertical pipe, but vertical pipes have like a single pixel where if you land on it while holding down left or down, then you actually go through an invisible pipe. And yeah, I guess that's a thing here.
I did not know that.
No, I didn't either. The Sunday sequence break.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well,
and I'm the commentator.
This level used to wreck me, Ethan. I had to do it slower, and actually the slower I made it, the worse off it was. I eventually just had to learn fast.
Yeah, I don't, because if you slow down on any of those weird topsy-turvy platforms, they just start to rotate more and more, and then you'll think you can build up speed, but you can't because it's at a weird angle. So like, yeah, that level... And there's like, the waterfall makes a little bit of lag too when you get there. So it's, yeah, you just got to account for some lag, and like, it's a scary...
That lag used to throw me off, and still sometimes does.
Oh yeah, yeah, it doesn't take much to like, I mean, you just don't expect lag ever, so you try to press A. Turns out there was lag there, and the A press didn't happen. And then hopefully you can account for it.
Let's see what he does here.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go for the fire flower right here. Nice.
Very nice.
I thought this level is kind of tricky for me still. Like, I don't know.
So I get the Koopa shell, and I use that at the beginning when I don't have fire flower, and I just go through the whole level without fire. But it's probably more advantageous to get the fire flower. I'm just goofy.
No, yeah, see, I would do the same thing, and I'm like, wow, actually, I should have been going for the fire flower this whole time. Man. What was I thinking?
No Jesus clip, Ethan.
Aww. I'm like writing all this info down, like, do this. Hits the question mark block for good measure.
Oh, I thought he might go for the pipe thing in this level that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, that invisible pipe transition. It takes you to the exact same location, but it looks cool.
Yeah, and isn't the pipe like red or something?
Yeah, it makes like a red block appear.
Yeah.
I mean, I figured if he was going for the third door, he'd... I think he's just gonna do anything at this point, you know?
Right. I like this level. It's pretty straightforward once you learn just where to jump and all that.
Yeah, this one's nice. And then at the end, you get a chance to like shoot Lakitu or a Koopa or something. It's great.
Yeah. Show him who's boss.
Yep. And he like that was actually pretty close to getting another star card too. But he pulled back just the right amount.
Alright, here we go.
So.
I'm trying to remember this one, if it has anything like overly demanding or if it's pretty straightforward.
Oh, this airship.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty relaxed for the most part. I mean, you can recover fire here, which is really nice.
Oh yeah, I know I've used that a few times.
But yeah, I don't think there's anything like super difficult in this particular one.
Dude, I don't want to do commentator's curse or anything, but this,
Yeah, I know.
this is good stuff so far.
Yeah, as I was saying that, I'm like, oh, I hope I'm not jinxing everything right now. I'll take the blame.
Yeah.
The classic strat.
Go ahead.
Oh, it's just the classic strat of just holding right in front of, like, as far right as possible and just mashing fireball.
It's
great.
like the pseudo glitch strat.
Yep. But you're definitely gonna see that later on in World 8.
Just they get their resident airships out.
So you can't really tell because Esmo's a professional, but if you're on the ground while this guy jumps down, and it like shakes the room, and you can't jump for a little bit. But he timed his jumps just right so that he was never on the ground when the boss was on the ground, so he didn't have to worry about it.
Very nice.
So now I think this is my favorite king, like, post-transformation.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Gandalf, exactly.
Yes. I think it every time. He actually kind of looks like Saruman to me.
I would have to look up that name.
He's the
I can't think.
the evil version of Gandalf.
Oh, there's an evil version? Oh my
Well,
gosh.
that's my cheesy way of describing Saruman.
Okay.
He's like the
I was
evil...
gonna say, is there really an evil Gandalf?
He's not an evil Gandalf, but
Oh man.
like an evil wizard, I guess you could say.
Okay, yeah. The evil counterpart. Okay.
Yeah, evil counterpart, there you go. But I've said that in chat before, and like, it's just no response. No one knows what I'm talking about.
No
Alright, I'm just gonna
response.
stick with Gandalf. Nobody knows Saruman. I'm just gonna keep it simple.
Yeah, Gandalf is a safe bet. Okay, so Esmo took really good advantage of the items he had at the beginning of this level, and he just like damage boosted all the way through that bike section, which just saves so much time versus just riding that platform. And the super stylish star kill on the boss. Fantastic.
Very nice.
Like looking up Lord of the Rings on my phone now, like
Did you see Saruman?
I'm about to. Yeah, that is pretty intimidating.
It's uncanny.
More of those like weird spinny platforms that like if you slow down too much and get near one of those, it flips you right into the pit. It's kind of funny, not gonna lie.
It actually is like.
We're glad it didn't happen.
Oh, you want to talk about the strat for this level, Ethan?
Well, so I'm not sure if he's doing the strat or not.
Oh.
Oh man, that is so easy to have happen. So well,
I guess maybe we can scratch the strat out of.
yeah, it's kind of hard to describe. He's trying to get P-speed so he can fly up to this different section in the level. And there are these, like, the white plants, like the munchers in your way. So, had he done the despawn, it would have despawned one of them, and he wouldn't have had to worry about it. But, he went for this really tricky hit on what... I don't know what those guys that throw blocks are called. I'm not sure, but he tried to hit one of those with his tail, and it's, like, super tricky when you have max speed.
Yeah.
Nipper, thank you.
Yeah, Nipper.
Nipper, okay. But he made it up there. He's just taking a slight detour, showing you how you can get your tail back in this level if you need to. The scenic route.
Hey, man, he's got a good pace going, so that's really not going to affect him too much, I don't think.
Oh, and something I didn't... So this is one of the good patterns I was talking about if you don't have fire or an item. But another thing I didn't mention is, like, so when the Hammer Bros, right before they stop... Well, I guess when they stop moving, you can see what direction they're facing. And depending on the direction they're facing, that's how you know what item they're going to be holding on to. So Esmo paid attention to the Hammer Bros, and he's like, oh, well, this one has a cloud, and that's the only thing I need. He just went straight there. And
Dude, I love that he pulled off that strat, too, just now. That still intimidates me a bit.
oh, yeah. You could tell that he barely had enough P-speed for that, too, because he kind of hit the front of it. He slowed down a little bit at the end, and I was nervous, but that was nice.
You got it.
Yeah, and a quick boom boom kill.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I know his estimate is an hour, and again, don't want to do the curse here, but this is going very smooth, I think.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely sub-hour pace.
Yeah.
And a lot of, I mean, depending on the route you want to take, I like damage boosting against the Boom Boom in the previous level, but Esmo utilized that so that he didn't have to worry about, like, killing certain enemies with that block at the beginning or anything. He could just run through them, get rid of his tail, and keep going. So I really like that strat of saving the tail for that level.
I like that too.
And this is when P-Wings really come in handy. So good.
Nice chance to just sit back, breathe, get a sip of water, and keep on going.
Yep. I mean, that level's actually pretty cool, too. I enjoy that level, playing through it normally, but...
Yeah, same here. This level right here, there's a lot of different strats. Which way do you do it, Ethan, this port?
Oh, the exact way he's doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, he's doing it exactly how I do.
I normally jump up and hit the spikes at the beginning, and then do some sort of weird, funky P-speed strat, but I think the way you guys do it's a lot more reasonable.
Yeah, I like I like having a tail at the beginning of this level, and then just damage boosting, using that damage to run on spikes and build up speed. But I was gonna say, it looks like he actually almost, it looks like he was going for the clip in this level. It's like a very slight time save.
Well, that's a good point. We do have incentives, so please keep those donations coming, guys. We really appreciate that. This is for a definite worthy cause, so yeah, please keep those coming in. As you were, Ethan.
Oh, yeah, I don't even know what I was talking about at this point. I was looking at the incentives. I'm like, oh yeah, what is going on? Ooh, file name choice.
The spinny blocks are back.
Oh no. I think he can manage though.
Yeah.
See, World 6 is one that feels really good to be done with. I don't know. Like World 7's rough, but for me, I just really always wanted to get through World 6. I think it's the most difficult world for me.
It's up there for me too. 7 can be frustrating because of the clips, but as long as I get the clip at like maybe the first 10 tries, I'm alright. Beyond that, I start getting triggered.
Yep. Yeah. Which you guys will see what the clip is in a little bit.
Yeah. I'm jumping ahead here.
Yet I still wait like an extra cycle for this flame, just like what Esmo's doing. Like, you can go earlier, but nah, man. Cyclops in a Sailor Moon outfit? Oh, that would be amazing.
He's done it before, it's pretty awesome.
He's the veteran of wearing that outfit.
78 tries.
Oh yeah, how many tries? 78, okay. Yeah, is he far ahead and does he already know it's 78 or is this a guess?
He's looked ahead.
Yeah, dude, he knows. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a first try. He's gotta make it look easy.
I want the first try to happen too. I'm with you, Ethan. Let's do it.
Yeah, dude, I do want to see Super Monkey Ball Warpless category. That sounds amazing. Monkey Ball's a really cool game, and seeing Warpless would be really cool. I told you, first try.
Oh my gosh, what?
It's easy.
Let's go. Easy game.
That's so good. Man, that was dope. So, yeah, I guess I didn't pay attention to see if he tried to manipulate subpixel. But that's like a subpixel dependent trick. If you're big, like, that's really tough to do. And he got it first try. It's so good.
Nailed it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a position you kind of want to jump from each time. And the first attempt apparently is better to do crouching. But beyond that, I really don't know the specifics about it.
Yeah, neither do I.
But I know he hit like a wall jump pixel, and then it made his sprite stand up, and then the game didn't know what to do, and it kind of pushed him through the blocks. And in 7-2 just now, he despawned one of the piranha plants, so he didn't even have to worry about getting hit. He did really well in that level. Like, the beginning P speed is tough to get, and yeah, that was really good. This has got to be like a gold World 7 for him.
It looks like it, man.
Yeah, it's like going really well.
It's crazy. I'm super pumped for him, seriously.
Yeah, this is great. And I love that Esmo's in chat, just like, oh, this is easy. Like,
I know! He's just rocking it.
nice. Oh, and he doesn't have to worry about coin ships anymore, so that's a thing.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, so like TX is talking about, you can manipulate your subpixels at the end of the World 6 so that they're better for that clip. But I don't know, I didn't see if he went for that.
Yeah, I can't remember. Actually, I don't know enough about it to know if he went for it, so there's that too.
Yeah, I could just assume he did the manip because he got the clip first try, so yeah.
Alright, Narcman saying he did it.
And Esmo's like,
being
he
modest
got
and
lucky.
saying he got lucky.
Yeah, be honest, no, I'm trying to talk you up, Esmo, I'm not... Now's not the time for honesty, man. Perfection is all I see.
Come on, Esmo, we're trying to hype you up over here.
Dude, I love that. So you get to use a P-Wing in the fort, and then immediately the next level you just use another P-Wing, like... No big deal, just gotta fly over all of this. So satisfying.
Yeah, I like that level. So, to this day, I still, I think I skipped... Which one is it? I think I skipped this one, and I do 7 instead. Every now and then.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, this one's really hard to do fast. And to keep your power up to the end. But yeah. It's such a tricky level. Because I don't know how to... I don't know, like, what these piranha plants are gonna do, or, like, what those, oh god, I already forgot the name. Those white plants. I forget what... You never know what to expect from those things, because they can just shoot fire at you randomly. And
yeah.
It's stressful. Like, I very rarely have a mushroom out of that section.
I don't know if they're nippers, munchers...
Nippers, yeah. Yeah, thank you. I promise I won't ask anymore. But nipper. Oh, he's going for Calypse. Okay.
Nice.
Feeling awfully confident after a first try 7-1. It's understandable.
I take it if he's going for clips here, he's gonna skip the fort?
Yeah, which is... this fort is my least favorite fort. I'm so nervous the whole time. There's so much ragu underneath you. Like, oh, you can die at any point. So I would much rather do this level. Fire Nipper is synced with the frame you enter and it's super trolly, yeah. Definitely get a troll vibe from that Nipper.
I always wondered because sometimes it wouldn't shoot fire and sometimes it would, so I never did understand why that was the case.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of cool what Esmo did. I think it was on purpose, but like he kicked a block right before going down the pipe so that when he exited the pipe, he'd be doing the kicking animation.
That was cool.
A little bit of swag thrown in there.
This airship still scares me.
Yeah.
Just because of spinny things. Again.
Yeah, the spinny thing. And the fire in between all the spinny things.
Now, can't you make it to where one of the flames does not appear if you do something early on? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Man, I honestly don't know. I see, like, top runners do crazy stuff in the airships, like changing the color of some tiles and stuff, and I'm just kind of watching in awe. I have no idea how they do it.
Yeah, so no, he didn't do it there. I've done it accidentally before, but yeah, I still don't know how it happens. Basically, the flame just won't activate. It'll just be a platform you can land on.
Huh, that's really cool. I didn't know that.
It's weird.
Oh man, he made that the screw completely fall off. That was kind of cool.
Nice.
Like, I've had it before where he took that screw route where he jumped on it a few times and then went over the wooden platform area. There's a fire flower up there, and like sometimes I've gone for it just to be hit by one of those wrenches and completely negate the point of it.
Oh.
There's so many opportunities for that, especially in auto-scrollers. Like, you go for one thing and then something you're not even paying attention to hits you, like snipes you.
There's that, and then something that I get into often is I will admittedly get bored, and I'll just be jumping around, just kind of passing the time and do something stupid and lose the power-up out of boredom.
Yep.
I'm not even kidding.
No, dude, I think everyone's done that. Especially in World 8 where you're kind of getting antsy. Because you just want to know what hands you're getting at that point, I feel like.
Exactly. You've been through the scrollers before. You know what's expected. You just want to get through them.
Yeah. This is another boss where, like, after he jumps, when he lands on the ground, it'll like make it so you can't move for a little bit if you're on the ground. So.
This is the Ludwig boss.
Nice. Nailed it. Final world. Not testing fate on that last World 7 for it. From the man himself.
We don't blame you, Esmo, one bit.
Yeah, the last time I was running Warpless, I'm almost certain, like, that's when I stopped running Warpless. I, like, died in that fort again, and I'm like, I'm done. I can't do it.
There we go.
Man, and Bowser doesn't even send Mario an item. And, like, every other letter gives you an item that nothing from him.
Nah, he's not having any of this. He knows
No.
Mario's too close.
So a thing that, like, a lot of top-level people go for, I would say, in these auto-scrollers, there's so much happening and so many sprites on screen that you actually, if you allow all of the bombs to be on screen, it actually produces lag when they explode. So he's trying to do some lag management by making the bombs not move in a good spot so that they explode and kill other bombs and, like, destroying cannonballs and stuff. He's, like, making sure that the game runs smooth in this section.
Did you see he lost his power-up early?
Just barely. Yeah, I don't know if he thought the wrench guy was gonna throw it later or something. Just, like, just slightly mistimed it.
Yeah. He
I
can
made
reclaim it.
Yeah, in the next ship, he can get it back, luckily. It's not an easy one to do, but it'll look stylish if he doesn't.
Oh yeah. Esmo swag.
Esmo swag, yes.
Almost to the end of this sucker.
Yep. Wow, man, he's gotten so close to multiple enemies in this run, and somehow does not get hurt by them.
I'm telling you, Ethan, it looks intentional. Like, it's just a Sonic. It's stylish.
Yeah, it seriously
crap.
does.
The guy is pulling this off intentionally.
Yeah.
Whether he admits it or not.
The style, I don't know.
He's just going all out.
Whereas the 3-2 cheap, I'll even say that was intentional. I don't know why he'd do it, but it was.
We're gonna go ahead and go with it was intentional.
Yeah. If he does anything, just kind of assume.
Yeah.
So this is the Fire Flower that's, like, really tricky to get back. It's, like, required for the any % category, basically, but let's see if you can pull it off. Bit of a mixed match.
Tail.
Yeah, that timing it with the tail is kind of awkward.
Yeah.
Because, like, some people prefer to just hit the block with their head and then duck jump over the block. I honestly like the tail whip strategy, because I feel like I think it's easier for whatever reason. But, yeah, just barely missed it.
I think what I've normally done is I would get hit by the boomerang dude before this one, and then go for it without the tail, but I'd like to learn the tail strat.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, well, I guess it actually doesn't matter, like, in terms of time, it doesn't matter, but for whatever reason, I found the tail strat to be, a little bit more consistent for me.
Cool.
But speedrunning is just about doing whatever you feel comfortable with doing and whatever you're consistent with, so.
Oh, definitely. Make it your
And then
own, man.
now people are starting to guess how many hands he's gonna get. What do you think, Goofy?
I think 5, honestly. No, I'd like to see him get none.
None?
None. What do you think?
I'm trying to really think about this, because I know it's gonna be 0.
There you
But
go.
I'm gonna, 0.
Let's
Without
go
a
with
single
0,
doubt.
man. I want to see 0.
0 or reset, honestly. Okay, never mind.
Oh,
So that's just complete RNG. He couldn't do anything about that. My understanding is that it's just frame dependent. Like, if it's on a specific frame, then you get pulled in by the hand. If not, you get to keep going. But yeah, he had no control over that.
I'm laughing at Teak saying the 99% hand.
50% chance, it sure is 99% chance.
Oh.
Oh, I thought he got only one. But, I mean, so, like, it's a bummer to get hands because it wastes, like, at least 15 seconds, right? At minimum.
Right.
But you do get a tail power-up, or item, that you can use at any point during the overworld, so, like, it gives you a little bit of insurance, just in case you screw up later.
Yep.
So at least it gives you that, but otherwise, yeah, this is a brutal category because you have to play amazing to get to this point, and then there's RNG for whether or not you kind of get a PB. Like, because if you get all the hands, then that's a lot of time to lose.
So this level, I don't know about you, Ethan, but when I first learned it, I used the tail, and then afterwards, I eventually learned the fire strats through here.
Yeah.
But it was pretty tough for a while.
Oh, this level, this might be the scariest level. It's like at least in a speedrun because you finally got to World 8 and you just don't want to die here because dying in this takes so long to get back.
Oh my gosh.
Like, yeah, this level is scary, man. And then you have to worry about all these guys throwing wrenches too, on top of just like making your jumps.
Yes.
But yeah, he
So I
did
can say
fine.
this now because it wouldn't be commentator's curse since he finished the level, but I've landed on one of the guys and bounced clear off the screen.
Oh man, yeah. A lot of ways to screw that up. Or like
Yes.
if you don't kill one of them and they're still throwing wrenches at you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's tough because then you'll have multiple wrenches on there.
8-1. Did not start with the star, so he's going to go with the alternate strat.
Yeah. So in this, for the NES version, if Mario's like above the screen, he can still shoot fire and the fireballs come out. But for something like the All-Stars version, if you're above the screen and shoot fire, they actually don't come out. So that's why I feel like I see a lot of people use the star in All-Stars rather than this version.
Got it.
Did unfortunately lose his fire. That's an example of the fireballs being so slow in this game that you actually like cannot be running full speed and expect to hit the enemy. But utilizing the item he got from the hand really well.
That worked out good.
Yeah.
There's the sun doing his
The sun?
just crazy antics.
Yeah, just trying to be intimidated. He doesn't
Pretty
have to do
much.
anything for me to be terrified. See, he just gave him a bad look and got hit.
Yep.
It's all it takes, man. That sun is nasty. Especially for that
Awesome.
huge gap at the end.
I think he
So you
has
have-
a tail.
Yeah, so he's fine. He has a tail, and then he can get fire, and I think it's like the second block or the first block in this level. He can just get it right back, and it's really not an issue.
Let's go. Alright, so I gotta say something, Ethan, on this one.
Mhm.
I don't know for whatever reason why this happens so much, but I'm sure you run into it where you don't hit up, or you don't think you do, but you go into a door anyways.
Yeah.
That has drove me crazy before this level.
Oh, yeah, totally. Especially when entering this door is so important. To have it not go right is, oh man. It's so like that door is only there because he hit the switch, which changed coins into blocks and then made that door appear. And if he didn't enter the door on that first cycle, he would have had to hit another switch and waited like, at least like 10 seconds or something until he could progress through the level again. So getting that first try is super nice. And you have to like manage your speed just right so you don't run into any enemies, but you still have P speed to make it to the door. Like it's a really technical level and he pulled it off great. Oh, so what? Do you know the full name of this strat? Because I know it has a long name.
I wish I did. Somebody in chat, if you don't care, if you know the full name of the strat, please chime in.
The world famous patented day one affiliate Auglib super tank strat with a vengeance. Registered
I
trademark.
love it.
Dude, someone was prepared to tell us what that strat was called. That's
Oh, yeah.
amazing. They're like, oh, they're gonna ask.
It's a beautiful strat, and it
Yeah.
really works.
And the strat that they're referring to, of course, is him staying to the right side of the screen and just mashing fireballs. That makes it so some of the cannons shoot bombs at you and some just shoot cannonballs. The ones that shoot bombs, he's mashing and just kicks it off screen and it despawns, so there's nothing to worry about there. Takes care of any enemies like that mole in front of him by just mashing B. Fantastic strat. Shoutouts to Auglib.
Well, the end here now.
Here we are, yeah. How do you feel
think?
about the final level?
I like the final level. It's exciting, intimidating, all that good stuff, but I always like to try through the cliff. Almost always.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go for it. Oh, man,
man.
you got me hyped for a second. You gotta go for it, though.
Yeah, you really do.
You gotta give the people what they want. Ooh, first try clip right there, too. It's,
Now, I'm betting
No.
he won't do P-speed on this next section.
he might be. Yeah, he's going
Oh.
for it.
There we go, let's go!
Wow, that was awesome. That was so good. So Bowser can give a few bad patterns. Like, so when Bowser's like jumping up, he can actually shoot a fireball at you. But that didn't happen. He kept his fire and he got the quick kill. Because if you don't kill Bowser with fire, it takes a long time. Like, you have to wait for Bowser to fall on you and then finally break away the floor until he falls through. Massive GG's to Esmo. What a good run.
Well done, Esmo.
I think that was a
Insane time.
55. I want to say that was a 55.
My timer
yeah.
says 55:58.08, so
Yes.
it's a
GG.
55. Thank you.
That was
Well
awesome,
done,
man.
That was incredible. Like, such a smooth run.
It had its small little hiccups here and there, but I'm pretty happy with it. So
Yeah, dude. Good stuff, man. The third door.
the third door, I mean, that's once I got that, I was like, nothing else matters.
Oh,
third
yeah.
door, mac and cheese and 7-1. That's like that's all I could really ask for.
Yeah, dude, that was style. There's so
That
much
was
style
awesome.
in that run. I was blown away.
It
I
looked
tried to-
intentional, Esmo. It really did.
What did?
All of the style strats that you did that you probably are going to be modest and say wasn't intentional. We're going to say they were intentional.
I mean, it was intentional.
Whoa. Oh, man. What a professional. Did you intentionally get 88 coins in World 4?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
I mean, I didn't mean I didn't like count it up to that point, but I saw I was close, like going into the airship, and I was like, oh, I can come out of this airship with 88 coins. I'm gonna do it.
Nice.
So, yeah, I
Like, for-
normally get there's a nicer number I normally end up with there, but I don't know how I had like 21 more coins going in, but whatever.
Yeah, and I was just saying, like, oh yeah, he can get the perfect number of coins so he avoids a multiple of 11 in any coin ship, and then you go straight from 77 to 88, and I'm like, oh, that's cool too. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
That
I
makes
saw that
sense.
I wouldn't have done it if I had seen that my points digit had any danger of being in an 8, and I knew I was going to collect like at least 4 coins in the next level, so I knew I was fine.
Yeah, nice. Very well done, man.
Well, thank you guys for commentating. I can't wait to watch this back and see all the nice things you said about the run.
Lots of nice things.
Man, it was a
I'm looking
pleasure.
forward to. I know I'm looking forward to Doki Doki Panic coming up next with Carter 44. So you guys stick around for that. Thanks for being here for the run, and don't forget to donate. That's what this whole thing's about. So thank you guys for. I hope you enjoyed the run, and yeah, hope you guys are having a great night.
Yeah, have a great night, everyone.
See you guys.